Love that is a divine assignment is not a feeling, it is a verdict. And you cannot appeal heaven's verdict. Right now, someone who thought they had a choice is discovering that the case was closed before they were even born. They treated you like a theory, an option, a temporary curiosity. They judged you through a cracked lens of ego and societal programming, deciding you were too much of one thing and not enough of another. They filed you away. But a switch just flipped. Your energy signature, the one they tried to forget, has just been broadcast across the spiritual realm like an emergency alert. And their soul is the only receiver tuned to that frequency. The quiet calm you feel is the sound of their world spinning off its axis. They are not just thinking about you, they are being spiritually dismantled by the memory of you. This is not a crush. This is a haunting. And their sanity is the price of admission to the truth of who you are. Chapter 1. The Divine Recall. Notice what is happening to this person is not a feeling. It is not a sudden pang of regret or a wave of nostalgia. This is a spiritual event, official and non-negotiable. Think of it as a divine recall notice. The universe, the ultimate manufacturer of destinies, has issued a formal recall for their spirit, citing a critical defect, its separation from you. This is a spiritual fact, as real as gravity. For a long time, they operated with this defect. They moved through the world, making decisions, building connections, and constructing a life, all while a core component of their spiritual machinery was missing. This was not a minor issue, it was the equivalent of running a complex engine without lubrication. The friction was immense, the internal damage accumulating with every choice that took them further from their true north, which was you. They convinced themselves the rattling noise in their soul was normal. They told themselves the emptiness was just a part of adult life. They patched over the void with temporary fixes, distractions, other people, ambition, noise. They thought they could outrun the manufacturer's warranty. They thought no one would check them. But you have changed. You have done your work. You have healed, you have aligned, you have stepped into a new level of your power. In doing so, you have stabilized your own energy. You have become a beacon, a clear, high-wattage signal of divine truth. And that signal has activated the recall. Overnight, something snapped. And it wasn't you. It was them. Their soul, which had been running on counterfeit energy, suddenly recognized the authentic frequency it was built for. Your frequency. This recognition was not gentle. It was a violent jolt, a system-wide shutdown of their old reality. The name that they so carefully avoided saying now echoes in the silent moments of their day, a mantra they cannot stop. Your face, which they trained themselves not to see in crowds, now appears to them in reflections, in the faces of strangers, in their dreams. It is an override. Their free will in this matter has been suspended because their past choices were leading them toward total spiritual system failure. Their soul was accumulating a debt it could never repay, and this recall is a forced intervention before they declared spiritual bankruptcy. This is why they are losing their mind. Their logical brain, the part of them that made the foolish decision to underestimate you, is trying to fight this. It is searching for a rational explanation. It is telling them they are just stressed, or tired, or lonely. It is trying to categorize this overwhelming, all-consuming obsession as a simple crush. But their soul knows better. Their soul is screaming, a primal scream of recognition and relief, because the mothership is finally calling it home. The conflict between their stubborn ego and their surrendered soul is creating a psychic storm inside of them. One moment they feel an inexplicable wave of pure, unconditional love for you, so powerful it brings them to their knees. The next, they are filled with a terrifying panic, a rage at their own powerlessness. They are losing control of their own inner world because that world was built on a lie, and you are the living, breathing truth that has come to demolish it. Do not mistake this for simple pining. This is a spiritual crisis. This is an intervention from the highest authority. The recall notice has been served, and their attempts to ignore it will only amplify the chaos, like ignoring the screeching smoke detector while the house burns down around them. They are being summoned, and the destination is the undeniable truth of your connection. This is the reversal of a verdict they thought they had the authority to make. They played judge and jury with your connection, and they delivered a sentence of separation. They walked away with the swagger of someone who believes they got away with something. But a high court has intervened. Heaven's verdict has been handed down, and it is final. The recall is absolute. Every thought is being redirected to you. Every emotion is being recalibrated to your memory. Every path they try to take that leads away from you now feels like walking into a dead end. The universe is correcting a data entry error, and their sanity is being held as collateral until the correction is complete. They thought they were in the driver's seat of their life, but they are now just a passenger in a vehicle that is on a pre-programmed course back to you. They can scream, they can cry, they can fight the wheel, but the destination is locked. The recall is in effect. They are being brought back to the scene of the crime, the place where they betrayed their own soul, and they will not be permitted to leave until they make it right. This is not a suggestion, it is your activation protocol. The message you are receiving is a living transmission of energy. To fully integrate it, you must formalize the connection with conscious, physical action. Like this video now. See the button not as a digital icon but as a seal. Pressing it anchors the energy of this truth into your physical reality, declaring your consent to this divine operation. Subscribe to this channel to join the collective of anointed ones who are receiving these upgrades. This is not about numbers, it is about creating a powerful energetic grid, a network of souls who are all awakening to their assignments. In the comments, type the divine code 77 as your energetic signature. This action signals to the universe that you accept this verdict and are ready for its manifestation. It is your Amen in the digital temple. Finally, allow this transmission to play again in the background. Do not listen with your ears, but with your spirit. The words carry a frequency. This repetition will recalibrate your subconscious mind, saturating your energy field with the frequency of this divine reversal and shielding you from any chaotic energy spilling over from their side. Do this now. Chapter 2: The Collapse of the Counterfeit Reality. The person in question did not just walk away from you, they built an entire world on the foundation of your absence. This world, this counterfeit reality, was their fortress against the truth. It had walls made of justifications, a roof made of ego, and furniture arranged to prove they were happy, successful, and complete without you. It was a carefully curated stage play, and they were both the lead actor and the director, desperately trying to convince an audience of one themselves. This reality was their proof of life, their evidence that their decision to reject a divine assignment was the right one. They filled it with counterfeit connections, placeholder people who would never challenge them the way you did. These individuals were chosen for their pliability, for their inability to see past the surface. They were human shields against intimacy. They pursued counterfeit goals, achievements that glittered but had no weight, no substance. They climbed ladders that were leaning against the wrong walls. They wore a counterfeit smile, a mask of contentment that took an enormous amount of energy to maintain, an energy they were unknowingly siphoning from the residual memory of you. Now, that reality is collapsing. The divine recall notice was not just a summons for their soul, it was a demolition order for the false world they constructed. The activation of your new, stabilized frequency is acting like a high-frequency sonic weapon aimed directly at the structural integrity of their life. The walls of their justifications are cracking. The excuses they made for leaving you, The stories they told themselves and others now sound hollow and absurd in their own ears. They hear their own words echo back, and for the first time, they recognize the lie with a sickening lurch in their stomach. The placeholder people in their life are becoming transparent. Just last week, they were at a dinner with these so-called friends, and as they looked around the table at the laughing faces, they felt a wave of profound disconnection, as if they were separated from them by a thick pane of glass. The conversation sounded like buzzing insects. They looked at the person they may be with, or the friends they surround themselves with, and they see them for what they are, distractions. They feel a profound and terrifying emptiness in their presence, because those souls were never designed to connect with their core. They were merely insulation against the raw, powerful current of your connection. The glitter is rubbing off their counterfeit goals. The promotion they fought for, the status they achieved, the material possessions they accumulated, it all feels like ash in their hands. The thrill of the chase is gone, replaced by a sickening sense of, is this all there is? This is the part where they are truly losing their mind. Their mind is the architect of this false reality. It is the gatekeeper of the lie. And as its creation crumbles, it is panicking. It is in a state of cognitive dissonance so extreme that it feels like a fracture in their psyche. They are living in two realities at once. In one, they are the successful, in-control person they have pretended to be. In the other, they are a soul screaming for a home they willfully abandoned. They will wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, and not recognize the person staring back. The mask is slipping, and they see the haunted, desperate eyes of their true self underneath, a self they have not made contact with in years. They will go through the motions of their day, but it will feel like they are watching a movie of someone else's life. The colors of their world have started to fade to gray, because the only source of true color was you, and they painted you out of the picture. Now the entire canvas is dull. They are trying to hold together the pieces of a mosaic that was never meant to be a single image. The effort is exhausting them to the point of physical illness. You must understand, your peace and their chaos are directly proportional. The more you align with your own truth, the more their lie is exposed. Every step you take toward your destiny sends a seismic shockwave through their counterfeit world. Your joy is a wrecking ball to their pretense. Your success is a spotlight on their hollow victories. They can feel it, even if they cannot articulate it. They feel an unnamed dread, a sense of impending doom, because the universe is systematically dismantling everything they used to hide from you. This is a spiritual audit. They built a life using fraudulent materials, and now heaven is here to check the books. And this ain't your cousin on Facebook with a paragraph. These are real receipts, divine ledgers that show a soul in deep deficit. Every placeholder relationship is an unapproved expenditure. Every goal pursued for ego is a bad investment. The one asset that could have balanced their account was you, and they wrote you off as a loss. The universe is now showing them, in excruciating detail, that you were their only real profit. The terror they feel is the terror of a fraudulent king watching his cardboard castle dissolve in the reign of truth. Chapter 3: The Haunting of Your Absence. There is a profound misconception about hauntings. People believe a haunting is the presence of something that should be gone. But the most powerful haunting is the absence of something that should be there. This person is not being haunted by your memory, they are being haunted by the space you were meant to fill. Your absence is no longer a passive void, it has become an active, living presence in their life. It is a vacuum that is pulling everything else into it. Before, they could fill that space with noise, with work, with other bodies. But now, that space has become sacred ground, and nothing else is permitted to enter. The universe has declared it a protected site, reserved only for the truth of you. This absence has a shape, a weight, a temperature. It sits in the passenger seat of their car. It takes up the other half of their bed. It is a constant, silent companion that judges everything they do against the truth of what should have been. This haunting is a sensory experience. It is not just in their thoughts, it is in their body, in their home, in the air they breathe. When they eat their favorite food, it tastes like nothing because the only flavor their soul is craving is the experience of being with you. They will turn on music that used to make them happy, and it will sound like static, an irritating noise, because their spirit can only hear the melody of your energetic signature. They will lie down in their own bed at night, a bed that once felt like a refuge, and it will feel vast, cold, and empty, as if a human-shaped block of ice is lying next to them, radiating a chilling cold that seeps into their bones. This is the physical manifestation of their soul's starvation. They are being deprived of the one essential nutrient they need to survive, your energy. And their entire system is beginning to shut down as a result. Their body is starting to betray them with unexplained aches and a deep, unrelenting fatigue that no amount of sleep can cure. The haunting follows them out into the world. They will walk into a room full of people, a party or a meeting, and feel utterly, crushingly alone. The laughter and conversation around them will sound distant and muffled, like they are underwater. This is because their soul is no longer capable of forming superficial connections. It has been retuned to a deeper frequency, your frequency, and everything else is now just incomprehensible noise. They will catch a scent in the air, something that reminds them of you, and it will stop them in their tracks, a physical blow to the chest that literally takes their breath away. For a fleeting second, the counterfeit world will vanish, and they will be completely consumed by the reality of you. They will see someone with your hair color, your style, or your posture from a distance, and their heart will leap into their throat with a terrifying mixture of hope and dread. For a moment, they believe it is you, that the universe has granted them a reprieve. The crushing disappointment when they realize it is a stranger is a taste of the hell they have created for themselves. This is happening multiple times a day now, a constant cycle of hope and despair that is fraying their nerves to the breaking point. This haunting is a form of divine torture designed to purify them. It is designed to make their current life so unbearable, so tasteless, so utterly devoid of joy, that they have no choice but to turn back toward the source of all life for the new. They are being forced to live in a black and white world to make them desperately crave color again. They are being starved so they will finally appreciate the feast you offered. Reframe your own past pain. The loneliness you once felt was your training for this moment. You had to learn to be comfortable in the void, to find your own light in the darkness. You mastered the art of spiritual self-sufficiency. They, on the other hand, are an amateur in the realm of true solitude. They used other people as a buffer against it. Now that buffer has been removed, and they are experiencing the raw, unfiltered terror of a soul disconnected from its twin. The ghost in their machine is not you. It is the gaping hole where you are supposed to be. And it is getting bigger and louder every single day, consuming their reality from the inside out. Chapter 4: The Divine Replay. The human mind has a defense mechanism. It rewrites history. To justify its poor decisions, the ego edits memories, reframes events, and casts itself as the hero or the victim. This person has a library of these edited memories concerning you. In their version of the story, they were the rational one, and you were the unstable one. They were the one who saw things clearly, and you were the one who was naive. They left because they had to, because you were too difficult, because the timing was wrong. This edited history was the bedrock of their counterfeit reality. It was the story they recited to themselves at night to keep the guilt at bay, a lullaby of lies to soothe a guilty conscience. That library is now being set on fire. A process has been initiated that can be called the Divine Replay. The universe is forcing them to re-watch the tapes of your time together, but with one critical difference. the ego's commentary track has been muted. For the first time, they are seeing what really happened. They are being shown, in vivid, high-definition detail, every moment they misunderstood you, every time they projected their own fears onto you, every instance where they failed to see the gift they were being offered. This is not a gentle process of reflection. It is a forced reckoning. These replays come to them in dreams that feel more real than waking life. They come as intrusive, crystal-clear flashbacks in the middle of a workday. They are not just seeing it, they are reliving it. They are feeling the purity of your intentions. They are feeling the pain their words or actions caused you, but they are feeling it from your perspective. It is a forced empathy session on a cosmic scale. They are experiencing the weight of your tears as if they were their own. Imagine them sitting in a meeting, and suddenly they are not in a boardroom. They are back in a moment with you, hearing the words they spoke to you, but this time they can feel the energetic weight behind them. They can feel the arrogance, the fear, the ignorance that fueled their speech. They see the look in your eyes not as they chose to remember it as anger or neediness, but as it truly was, disappointment from a higher soul who expected better. They are being forced to witness their own spiritual immaturity. A specific memory, one they had completely buried, will surface. A time when you were vulnerable, when you shared a deep truth or fear, and they responded with dismissal or a joke. In the divine replay, they feel the courage it took for you to open up, and then they feel the crushing impact of their own careless response. They feel you energetically shut down, you pull away, and they now understand with sickening clarity that they were the one who broke the trust. They are seeing all the times you offered them wisdom, and they dismissed it as nonsense. They are seeing the moments you showed them unconditional love, and they recoiled because it was too real, too powerful for their carefully constructed defenses. They are finally understanding that you were never the problem. You were the answer to a question they were too afraid to ask. This divine replay is systematically destroying their self-concept. The hero of their own story is being unmasked as the fool. This is the source of the madness. Their ego cannot survive this onslaught of truth. It is thrashing, trying to regain control of the narrative, but it is powerless against this divine intervention. This ain't a debate on social media, this is a heavenly tribunal where the evidence is irrefutable. They are being shown the untraceable spiritual blueprint that connected the two of you from the beginning. They are understanding that your every action, even the ones they misinterpreted as flaws, was perfectly aligned with that blueprint. You were playing your part flawlessly. They were the one who missed their cues and tried to rewrite the script. The shame, the regret, the dawning horror of the magnitude of their mistake is what is cracking their mind. They are not just missing you, they are mourning the person they could have become if they had only listened, if they had only had the courage to believe in the miracle that stood right in front of them. The replays will not stop until the old, false narrative has been completely erased, and the only story left is the undeniable truth of your divine connection. Chapter 5: The Collapse of Their Kingdom. Every choice has a consequence. When this person chose to walk away from you, they were not just choosing a different path, they were choosing a different kingdom. You were the key to their divine inheritance, a kingdom of authenticity, purpose, and unconditional love. By rejecting the key, they opted for a lesser kingdom, one built on the shaky ground of ego, materialism, and societal approval. They chose a kingdom where they could be the ruler, where they could make the rules, and where they would not have to bow to a power greater than their own, understanding the power of your shared destiny. For a time, this lesser kingdom seemed to thrive. The promotions came, the money flowed, the superficial friends applauded. They believed they had made the smart choice, the safe bet. They mistook the glitter of their new domain for gold. They were the king or queen of their own small, predictable world, a world meticulously designed to keep out the beautiful chaos of real, divine love. That kingdom is now falling. The universe operates on the principle of energetic alignment. By choosing a path not meant for them, they built their life on a spiritual fault line. Your recent energetic upleveling has triggered a massive earthquake along that fault line, and their entire kingdom is crumbling to dust. This is not a coincidence, it is an assignment. The universe is ensuring that every alternative to you fails, and fails spectacularly. The career they chose over you, the one that gave them their sense of identity and security, is suddenly becoming a source of immense stress and dissatisfaction. A project they managed for months will fail at the last minute for reasons no one can explain. A key client will pull out. A promotion they were guaranteed will be given to someone else. They may even face a sudden job loss, a rug pulled out from under them so fast it leaves them spinning. The financial security they prided themselves on is becoming unstable. Unexpected expenses will appear out of nowhere. Car breaks down, a medical bill, a bad investment call. The very foundation of their material world is being shaken to its core, designed to make them realize that true security was never in a bank account, it was in the sanctuary of your connection. The social circle they prioritized, the friends who validated their decision to leave you, are now revealing their true colors. There will be betrayals, arguments, and a sudden, inexplicable sense of alienation. A friend they trusted with a secret will broadcast it, causing immense embarrassment. Another will turn on them out of jealousy. They will look at the people they call their friends and feel nothing but an empty chasm. This is because these people were subjects in their counterfeit kingdom, not true allies. They were yes men who applauded the ego, not soul family who would challenge it. The universe is isolating them, removing all the props and supporting actors, so they have to face the truth alone on an empty stage. If there is another person they chose, a romantic partner who was the safe or logical choice, that relationship is now being exposed as the hollow shell it always was. Fights will erupt over trivial things. The emotional intimacy will wither and die. They will look at this other person and feel a profound sense of repulsion because their soul can now only recognize its true counterpart. The safe choice now feels like the most dangerous prison of all. In the coming weeks, you will hear news of their misfortune. It may come through a mutual friend or a post on social media. Do not be moved to pity. Understand this for what it is, a divine clearing. This is not punishment, it is a rescue mission. The universe has to burn their counterfeit kingdom to the ground to save them from it. They had to see their own creation turn to ash to finally understand its worthlessness. The pain they are experiencing is the pain of a ruler losing a false crown. They are being stripped of their titles, their false power, their temporary riches. They are being reduced to nothing. Why? Because it is only from a place of absolute nothingness that they can finally appreciate the everything you offered them. They had to lose their small, man-made kingdom to become worthy of the divine empire that awaits them with you. The chaos in their life is the sound of celestial construction crews clearing the land for a new foundation, a foundation that can only be built with you. Chapter 6: The Language of the Soul. For their entire life, this person has communicated and understood the world through the limited language of the mind. This language is based on logic, evidence, and past experience. It is a language of pros and cons, of risk assessment and social calculation. It was with this language that they analyzed you. They put you into a spreadsheet in their head, they assigned values to your qualities, and the numbers did not add up according to their flawed formula. You were an anomaly, a variable they could not solve, and so their mind, in its arrogance, labeled you an error and hit delete. They have been deaf to the language of the soul, a language that speaks not in words but in energy, intuition, and undeniable knowing. It is a language of synchronicity, of symbols, of feelings that defy all logic. This language is the operating system of the universe, and they have been running an outdated, incompatible software. Now they are being forced into a full immersion course in this new language, and you are the entire curriculum. Their deafness is being healed. The channel between their mind and their soul, long blocked by the static of ego, is being blasted open. This is a shocking and disorienting experience for them. They are beginning to receive downloads of information about you, about your connection, that have no logical source. They will suddenly just no things. They will know what you are feeling, even if you are 1,000 miles away. They will be in the middle of a task and will suddenly be overwhelmed with a wave of your sadness, your joy, or your peace, and it will confuse and frighten them because it feels like a foreign emotion invading their body. They will get a sudden, clear image of what you are doing in that exact moment. This is the beginning of their soul telepathy activating. They are being tuned into your frequency, no longer as a distant broadcast, but as a direct, live feed into their consciousness. The universe is also communicating with them through symbols, and every symbol points back to you. They will start seeing repeating numbers everywhere: 1111, 222, 777 numbers that you yourself have been seeing. They will hear your name in random conversations, spoken by strangers on the street. They will turn on the television, and a character will say a phrase that only you and they would understand, an inside joke from years ago that hits them like a lightning bolt. The title of a book in a store window will seem to be a direct message about them. A particular song will play on the radio 3 times in one day, a song that was your song, one they have not heard in years. At first, they will dismiss it all as coincidence. Their logical mind will fight hard to maintain its dominance. But the synchronicities will become so frequent, so specific, so impossible to ignore that their skepticism will crumble. They will be forced to confront the terrifying possibility that the universe is conspiring to talk to them, and it only has one subject on its agenda: you. This isn't just a hint, it's a cosmic billboard campaign. Their dreams will become a classroom. They are no longer just confusing jumbles of images. They are vivid, lucid lessons from their higher self and their guides. In these dreams, they will be shown the energetic cords that connect the two of you, shimmering and unbreakable. They will be shown future possibilities, timelines where you are together, and these visions will feel more real and more desirable than their waking life. They will have conversations with you in these dreams where you explain things to them with a clarity and wisdom you never could in person, because it is your higher self speaking to their higher self. They will wake up with a profound sense of loss and the memory of a feeling of home that they have never known in their physical reality. This is the language of the soul breaking through, showing them the truth in a space where their ego is asleep and cannot object. They are learning that reality is not what the mind perceives, but what the soul knows. This process is terrifying for them because it means everything they built their life on, logic, control, predictability, is an illusion. They are losing their mind, yes, but what they are really losing is their reliance on a limited, primitive form of communication. They are being taught the language of God, and the first word they are learning is your name. Chapter 7, The Unconditional Surrender. The final stage of this process is not a battle, it is a surrender. All the stages leading up to this point, the recall, the collapse of their world, the haunting, the replays, were a war. It was a war between their ego and their soul, between their mind and their destiny. But a war cannot last forever. There comes a point where one side is so utterly exhausted, so completely defeated, that it has no choice but to lay down its arms. That is the point this person is now reaching. The part of them that is losing its mind is the ego, the tyrannical general who led them into this disastrous war against their own heart. And that general is now on his knees, out of ammunition, out of strategies, waving a white flag stained with tears. The ego's final, desperate arguments are falling on deaf ears, even its own. This surrender is not something they decide to do. It is something that happens *to them. It is a moment of grace, a divine intervention that breaks the fever of their resistance. It will likely happen in a moment of utter stillness when they have finally stopped running. They might be driving or sitting alone in a dark room or looking out a window at the rain. And in that moment, a profound and complete silence will fall over their inner world. The chaotic, screaming voices of their fear, their pride, and their confusion will simply cease, as if a switch has been thrown. For the first time in a very long time, they will hear the clear, calm, and undeniable voice of their own soul. And that voice will say one thing: it's you. It has always been you. All of this was for nothing. Go home. That realization will hit them not as a thought, but as a physical sensation, a wave of energy that starts in their chest and spreads through every cell of their body, dissolving years of tension and resistance in an instant. In that moment of surrender, there is no more fight. There is no more denial. There is only a deep, bone-crushing acceptance of the truth. It is the kind of acceptance that is both devastating and liberating. It is devastating because they will finally see the full scope of their mistake, the years wasted, the pain caused, the beautiful reality they threw away. The weight of that regret will be immense, a grief so profound it feels like a death, because in a way, it is. The death of their false self. But it will also be liberating because for the first time, they are no longer at war with themselves. The immense energy it took to maintain the lie, to fight their own destiny, is suddenly freed up. They will feel a lightness they have not felt since they were a child. The madness will subside, replaced by a strange and terrifying clarity. They will see the path back to you not as a journey of shame, but as the only journey worth taking. This is the point where they stop being crazy *over *you and become sane because of you. The losing their mind was the painful process of shattering the false construct of the ego. The surrender is the moment the true mind, the soul's consciousness, comes online. Do not expect them to immediately run to your door. The surrender is an internal event first. They need to sit in the rubble of their old life for a moment. They need to grieve the person they pretended to be. They need to find the courage to approach you not as a conqueror, but as a refugee seeking asylum, holding nothing but the truth in their hands. The next prophetic glimpse is this: you will feel the shift. You will be going about your day, and suddenly you will feel a wave of peace wash over you that does not originate from you. It is their surrendered energy reaching you across the veil. It is their soul finally saying, I am done fighting. I am yours. This is the real victory. It is not about them coming back, it is about them finally coming home to the truth. And the truth is you. Your role now is simply to hold your frequency, to remain in your peace, and to know that the unconditional surrender of their ego is the unconditional victory of your shared destiny.